Hello friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm gonna be showing you my Coleus in the garden, along with how I get more plants from one plant and therefore it multiplies. So simple trick I do is where the blooms are here, you just take your finger and you pinch on it, and by pinching on it, it promotes new growth and the plant spreads outwards and it gets very fluffy. It's right here and you just pinch right in the middle. Also, another way to get more plants, I'm using one hand to record, so it's gonna be a bit difficult. I simply go in here, cut below the node. I'll give you a close-up of what it looks like. Here is another pot, another container with Coleus. So we're gonna do the same thing as we did on the other side. Here's another variety of Coleus. Here's another type of Coleus. This one was grown from seed. I think I paid 50 cents for the pack of seed, and I started it in the winter inside and I brought it out in the spring, and look how beautiful it has grown. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna go in and we're gonna pinch the flowers off the top and prune it back a little bit. Here is this fire blazing Coleus. Not sure what the name is, but if you look at it, it looks like fire blazing to me. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful. These are the clippings. These are the flowers of the Coleus. Yes, Coleus do produce flowers. These are the flower heads. And in the flower heads, guess what lies in there? The seeds. The very tiny seeds are in these flower heads. So what you can do, you can actually dry them out, put them in a brown paper bag, and you shake that paper bag vigorously, and then the tiny seeds would fall out into the bag. And then you can germinate the seeds and you can get more plants from the seeds. But we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is a quicker way. We're going to take the clippings you saw me cutting previously, and we're gonna root them in some water. It takes like 3 days to get roots on the tip of the cuttings, and then we can plant them in the garden or in a container. So for example, these guys here, these are from a coworker, and I put them in some water. After 3 days there were roots at the bottom, and then I put them in some soil, and look how beautiful it is. So these are the clippings we did today. So we're gonna take these guys, and then we're gonna take off some of the leaf to the bottom here, and we're gonna put it in a container with water. And what I do, I change out the water every 3 days. Like after the first 3 days you will see roots, but I like to have a ton of roots before I transplant it into the garden. So for example, here's an example here. Look at that. Yep, beautiful, isn't it? And then I'm gonna transplant this in a container and then put it in the garden. So make sure when you do this method, make sure you keep your eyes on the water, because the water do dry out. I'm in zone 6B, so what I do at the end of fall, before the Coleus dies back, I do some clippings, bring them inside, make sure their roots on the end after putting them in the water, and I put them in some soil, and I treat them as houseplants. Yes, Coleus are great houseplants also, not just outdoors but indoors also. And then when spring comes around, I bring them outside as I would do with my seedlings, and make sure they're hot enough so they don't go through any frost shock from being inside to outside, and then transition them slowly. And then I do what I just did here today. I clip the top, put them in water, and I start the process all over again. So Coleus is a plant that keeps on giving you more and more. You do not have to purchase a ton of Coleus every year. You just need 2 of them, and they just keep giving you more plants over and over and over. All right, so let's go ahead and let's put these clippings in some water. All right, so this is the bowl of water here, and as you notice here, I remove any leaves from the bottom here. And while we wait for these to get roots on them, they just make a beautiful floral arrangement. And I put this on my countertop in the kitchen. They don't need to be in the sun or anything like that. And here you go. And then in a couple of days, you will see the roots on here as this one. If you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment below.